cripple Dr. Stone, and by that I do not mean the amount of chapters we're talking about, but I mean the amount of people. Because, guys, listen, we've skipped a couple reviews. It's been sporadic, and I figured what better way to make it up to you by doing the universally agreed upon way to improve anything objectively.
Chaos!
Adding another white man. Always goes well. When you add white men into things, it never fails. / sarcasm. Anyway.
Who needs cultural diversity? Am I right, Red?
That's what Thurman's here for. He almost tried to resign on us a couple of Skype chats ago. And I was like, no, what would we do without you?
He said I was not needed for the channel.
I didn't say that! Don't fucking say shit. Don't fucking start rumors.
Guys, letting you guys know, this is my last review.
Nah, he's trolling. He's capping, as they say.
If you like that, I'll miss you guys, but
you have to tell them you're trolling, otherwise they're gonna freak.
We just have to. It's time to seek different. Follow me on my own channel, Majin. Cartoon Freak.
That would definitely be a rousing success.
Yeah.
Listen, Thurman, I'm gonna be straight up abusive in this motherfucker. Straight up toxic. You are nothing without us.
Yeah. So
This is why Thurman is also creating an OnlyFans.
But to be fair, I am nothing without you guys.
I'm doing everything, right? Getting OnlyFans, making a Twitch, making a TikTok.
Guys, listen. He came over here once for a con. I walked into the shower when he needed a towel. He didn't bother covering up. I saw his dick. It was unimpressive, okay?
It's a mid-tier dick, a 5 out of 10.
I mean, it's average, But, I mean, it's not OnlyFans material.
Yeah, I mean, again.
Well, you see, that's why he's got to diversify. He's got to be riding a couple dildos.
As the person of color on this channel, I was expecting a big old horse cock, but it just wasn't there.
Right. It's funny because, see what Red's doing is the type of, thing, when, she cheats on you, right? And, move on, and then you gave her the most mind-blowing sex ever, and then she goes on Twitter and tells everyone that your dick is small, and your shit is, 8 inches. That's what Red's doing right now, right?
What the fuck?
Because,
he saw me.
He saw me when I was getting out the shower, right?
Yeah.
And shit was comfortable, tucked in, because I'm a grower, not a shower.
Tucked in, bro.
So you have to. So see,
he's stuck in this like a cross-dresser,
If you want the Hulk, you're gonna have to pet the Bruce Banner. You know what I'm saying?
Next time you're here.
So he didn't want to release the Hulk. So he's just like, oh, this is my chance to make myself feel better for my own small cock.
Bruh. That's a bruh moment. Us white people are really sensitive about our small dicks, okay?
I have an average dick. I'll be honest.
Talking about small dicks to white people is like our N-word, all right?
No. Oh, I can't say that because that would be racist.
You're allowed to be racist. What's up?
No, not to white people, but for another group of
I see.
individuals. So.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
David, what's your dick size like? Don't worry, I'll have a time stamp to skip to.
I already said I have an average dick. I'm not going to lie.
We're all just average boys here. If you want an average fucking just orgy with the boys, hit us up, okay?
That's $1,000 on our OnlyFans.
Absolutely non-monumental, super average sex. Just hit us up.
All right, Dr. Stone.
Bro, okay. So Dr. Stone, I love these 2 chapters. I think the main thing that stuck out to me was that, one, I've said this before, Zeno is like my favorite antagonist of the entire series, easily. And this chapter just cements it for me. The dynamic he has with Senku, the way that they're working together, the author did such a good job at making us feel the weight of these probably the 2 smartest people on the planet right now coming together in this moment of figuring something out big. And that coupled with Chrome's absolutely fucking wholesome reaction to the whole thing. Chrome feels like a kid in a candy store. He's a kid who loves to learn, and I think he feels like he's in the presence of the 2 coolest people in the world, and you can see it on his face, and it's fucking amazing. That whole sequence I loved.
Oh yeah, he's just over here like, I'm everything. And then like the fucking can we just talk now? Because if Brad does not fucking put the bubble scene as the thumbnail for this
listen,
video,
man. No,
I am straight up
we don't
firing
choose
him.
thumbnails based off of funny. Like you've never made a thumbnail in your damn life, and when you did, they sucked. We have to fucking go off of. I know that was contradictory, but hear me out.
Listen here, you little shit.
Listen, they have to be.
It works perfectly. It works
No.
perfectly. You can put a fucking one of our goddamn grumps in every goddamn bubble. I don't care. It fits.
It's going to be the final page with them looking side to side with their fingers up.
No, Red is fired.
Yeah, too bad. Anyway, come at me when you learn how to make a decent thumbnail.
Oof. So anyway, this chapter, holy shit. So Chrome, best boy right now.
Oh,
bro.
it's so cute.
He's like, bro, like I can't. Chrome is my favorite, dude. Like,
He's up there for me, bro.
This chapter honestly might make Chrome like let's see. Like my favorite characters in the franchise. Let's see. I know I like Senku. Senku's definitely in my top 5.
I officially have a Senku figure now.
I want to say Yo is definitely in my top 5. Still like the cop.
Yeah.
I
You
really
like the cop in the era we live in.
I really want.
Now here's the irony of this. He is our
Don't.
POC.
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it, David.
Because I'm just like, you know, I have to really go reevaluate my favorite characters in the series because it's been a long time since I feel like I've made it. But I feel like Chrome is definitely in my top 5. I know it's Senku, Chrome. I'm really liking Ginru. I'm really thinking Ginru's gonna be like that Usopp.
He's gonna come back, yeah.
Character for me because he did it last chapter.
Did you hate him in the beginning? Because I hated him in the beginning.
Different to him. Like honestly, I have a soft spot for characters like that for him because like he's someone who wants to do the right thing, but he's just like I don't know. I have to do a analysis video, your Hisoka analysis type video for Ginru because his characters is very. Characters like him are like very complex. Like he didn't piss me off the way Usopp fucking pissed me off when he left Robin. But
when he literally had no memory of Robin.
I don't give a fuck.
So stupid.
I hated that. Oh, I was pissed. I even hope
he had no memory of Robin.
Anyway.
He literally didn't have him. She didn't exist. How can he fucking go and save someone that he has no memory of?
Anyway.
So dumb.
Okay, so I would say I want to add Tsukasa there too. I like Tsukasa. I have to go back and look.
All right, my top characters.
Okay, so
Senku.
Okay, go ahead.
No, fuck you. Senku, Gen, the mentalist. His name is Gen, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't trust myself. Senku, Gen, and Chrome are my top 3. David, go.
I mean, I'd say Senku, Kohaku, and Gen.
Okay. By the way, one of the cons, I'm cementing this right now. You know, I've done plenty of couple cosplays where it's 2 people. I think it's time for a trio. I want all 3 of us to do a Dr. Stone character. I want to be Gen. David can be fucking. David, do you want to do who? Okay, I want one of us to be Gen, one of us to be Chrome, one of us to be Senku. Who wants to be who?
I'll do Senku.
Well, I don't want to. I feel like we should give Thurman a choice here.
Repeat that one more time.
So I want to do a trio cosplay with all 3 of us in one of the cons, where one of us is Gen, one of us is Senku, and one of us is Chrome. I'd like to be Gen because he's like basically my favorite.
David, you're smarter than I am, so you got to be Senku.
All right, and he's also. I think he's got. Oh no, is this racist to say? I think he has better hair for it.
Why is that
Because
racist?
people freak out, bro.
Why? That's not racist.
I've seen.
Why
I've
would
seen
that be
motherfuckers,
racist? I
like,
naturally
crucify
have
people for talking about black people hair in comments.
That's actually so fucking stupid. If you think Red's the racist for that, fight me. I swear to God. It pisses me off.
Oh, shit.
I naturally have floof to where I can just style it.
I was gonna say, 'cause, like, look at David, the artwork for David here. Like, his hair is kind of like that. Like, he can easily like spike it. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, that was literally all I was gonna say. And then I had like
cosplay,
PTSD war flashbacks to like a fucking Oni Plays video where Oni made some dumb joke about hair, and then like everyone was like, "I can't believe it."
No, you're fine.
that's,
That's fucking stupid.
Either way, are you guys down for that shit? Maybe not this
Yeah,
con, but
I'm down.
next con, I think it'd be cool as hell.
Oh, because
Oh,
I wanted the fucking cosplay as Kanji Tatsumi from Persona
That's
4.
why I'm saying this year you can do your cosplay you want to do, but next year we should do like a Dr. Stone thing.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm wholly down.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And well, I'm absolutely, because first of all, I love Gen's hair so much. I fucking love it. It's such a cool style. But I'm gonna get a glass like bottle of Coke, take off the label, and like print the Senku Cola label and carry that around.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. All right. Anyway, back to the review. Go.
So
I think Thurman was
I
talking.
love the fact that they're using bubbles to present like I love because Chrome is just like, oh, we're about to be doing some fucking nah, they're just blowing bubbles because it's great, right? Because I don't know about you, but the way I look at this is the way like people who because the way you look at it, people think like science is all about like math and like doing like complex theories and blah blah blah. But like the reason why I think of like Senku and Zeno as scientists is that they know how to have fun with it. Like they know like you can still do what you gotta do, but you can make it fun, right? Like blowing bubbles and shit, and then like using the bubbles to try to connect like on the fucking model like where the explosion happened. Like that shit was dope, bro. Like
Regular ass Bill Nye the Science Guy up in here. Yeah.
Because it's just like, you're right. Because if you have a career, make it fun. It's no fun to be in your career and all you do is just fucking work.
100%.
If you can make your career fun, do it. And Senku be that scientist to be like, it reminds me of the Dead Poet Society. Robin Williams, rest in peace, the GOAT. Like how he basically was teaching literature, like he was teaching literature in his own way, like rip up the textbooks, like. He was making literature fun while still teaching the fundamentals of poetry and all the extra stuff like that. So it reminds me of something like that here. I think Chrome was just like, oh, they're about to do like complex math, like books. They're just like, nah, we're having fun while also figuring out where the beam went, too big. And it's dope because like I like it that even Zeno was like, good shit, Chrome. Good shit.
I know! I need to find that scene. Hold on, where is that shit? I wonder what exactly did he say to Chrome?
I believe it was on.
Yeah, I got it. Because Chrome says, it expands outward at a consistent speed, and he's like, that's right, Chrome, you figuring that out got us. Like, it's so wholesome. Like again, Zeno, man, he's such a complex character because like. He's like one of those dudes that it's like when you have like a dad who's like a super like Trump Republican, but as long as you don't talk to him about politics, he's super nice, right? As long as you don't talk to Zeno, as long as you don't talk to Zeno about his fucking world conquest, he's a chill dude. But then once you remind him about that, he's like, "Fuck, I should have killed you, Senku."
It's just like they're having fun and shit. Like Chrome is just like look at this fucking page 12. Oh my god, look at that top left panel.
I was getting fucking feely, my dude. Like look at Chrome the bottom panel on page 12, bro.
That's so happy.
Like that's a protect, bro. Protect.
I can't, dude. Chrome fits well for you, Thurman, because we do protect you.
Like it's just so good.
You're the emotionally pure one of the bunch.
Because I mean, like, if you think about it like this, right? Like Chrome is the scientist of the modern world now, technically. Like he's the scientist of their world, right? So to him, this is just like, oh shit, I'm learning from the best of the best. Because think about it, he learned from Senku, and then Senku didn't really learn from this guy, but Senku counts Zeno as his master or sensei, teacher, whatever, right? So like that came out of Senku's mouth. He said master and student. That's what he said last chapter. It's up to master and student to figure out this petrification beam. Like legitimately.
Yeah, and the way they figured it out was like it was a really really cool scene. And it just reminds me that like at its best, I've said this before. At its best, this series has One Piece level foreshadowing. Like, because the fact that I never even considered the fact that the way that the astronauts' whole deal happened didn't make sense. But if you had like a knowledge in science, you could have thought about that. Like, oh yeah, with them rotating around the Earth, if the bubble was expanding off of the planet, they would have turned to stone too. So clearly it went over it like a film, and it didn't like expand like they were their original thing, where it was like go through the planet. So it's just, again, like a lot of like little foreshadowed details. The fact, like the way they figured it out felt really rewarding. It felt like something that made sense for the two smartest people in the series to have to come together and figure out. I love that shit.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, David. I know you've been waiting to speak.
So, like, the most recent chapters, everything was so goddamn wholesome. But what I've absolutely continued to love is when our community points out the little bits of that foreshadowing. Like, before I rebuilt the Discord server today with a couple of our admins, like, there was, like, Luke and a bunch of other members were just going through and going down the list of, like, all sorts of, like, foreshadowing from, like, chapter 40 onward for what we're dealing with now. And I'm just trying to read through it as it was pouring into our server while I was at work. And I'm just like, the amount of detail here. I know Tabata, the Black Clover author, has been saying, like, I want to have a very long-running series on a One Piece level, but I think we are seeing the style of series like that in Dr. Stone more. Like, there's a lot of foreshadowing in Black Clover, but not on the level we see in Dr. Stone, in my opinion. Thurman, do you want to weigh in on that?
Oh, 100%. He has like, Tabata has like, he has Oda foreshadowing, but on like a shonen level. Like, this is like Oda on his best day. Like, this is not Oda, but Tabata has Black Clover has foreshadowing on Oda's worst day. Think Ingaraki has foreshadowing on Oda's best day, if that makes sense. Analogy. So it's also can I talk about this last panel? Like, Senku has this like little like piece thing, while Zeno has like the cross finger. I thought that was really neat. Like,
I love it. Yeah, no, I agree. There's style there. It's like flair and style, but they both have it. And like, Chrome's talking in this chapter about the differences between Zeno and Senku, and how one of them is like super practical. The first thing Senku always talks about is like, oh, you could make a this with that, right? Whereas like Zeno's all about the elegance and the style and the flair of it all, and that's kind of shown with the thing they're doing with their fingers there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like, literally, what has blown my mind throughout this entire arc is the amount of shit that we're dealing with Zeno being this galaxy brain villain that's perfectly a foil to everything that Senku stands for, while also being in that realm of science and also being the man from his past, so to speak. And then now we get this like power of friendship style team up, but it's done so well that now we're going and grabbing the fucking medal, and South America is what's being set up now, while also dealing with like all of the origin of this fucking event. I'm curious, like, how quickly we're going to get to deal with Y-Man and all of the other little plot threads we're been dealing with for the last like 70-ish chapters. It's just insane how well the author is actually pulling everything full speed in an era where you either have the super fast pacing that is all over the place, or the slow, stupid, methodical, which is a good writing style for a long-running series, but like, there are certain series that feel like they drag along and they become boring. And that's what makes readers just drop it and let shit build up. But with Dr. Stone, it's one that can keep somebody engaged week to week. I know, Red, you have
it definitely
thoughts.
Keeps me engaged week to week. It's just like, strangely, it doesn't like, it's not, I don't know why, I really don't know why, but I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to read it week to week, but like, when I read it, I'm excited, you know what I mean? Like, whereas Chainsaw Man and One Piece draws me to it immediately, Dr. Stone I could read whenever, you know?
Yeah. And that's a very perfectly fine way to go about it, and that's actually a video I'd love to talk about in the near future, like dealing with like when you drop a series, a bunch of other like little things, make it almost like back in the day we used to do a shitty podcast. I'd like to actually do like another around the holidays special, like, but make it all manga focused, since that's kind of been.
We could also, if you want, we can do an end of the world special when you know, like if like riots are happening and shit.
It's the end of... Anyway,
It won't match up. Did you hear what's happening on Joe Rogan, by the way?
Oh, God.
So, Kyle Kalinske, Mr. The Troops, my boy, he's a leftist. Alex fucking Jones in the same room.
It's gonna be insane.
I can't wait. Anyway, but yeah, as you were saying.
Like, just a whole bunch of, like, manga topics. I got a little bit of a list in a Google Doc of, like, all we could talk about. And especially, like, right now in the state of anti-Twitter, dragging them through the mud, too, would be an interesting comment section to deal with, to say the very least. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to around election time or when the world ends. But, yeah, like, the Galaxy Brain plot driving we have in the last couple chapters, just setting this next arc up, is keeping me on the edge of my seat, while also not to the level of, like, Chainsaw Man, which is a good thing, because, like, Chainsaw Man, I don't know what the fuck's happening from chapter to chapter.
Almost like we called that, but that'll be a separate video.
Oh yeah, I can film that one right after we're done with this one.
No, I need to start getting ready to sleep because I apparently have a fucking long day tomorrow.
Ew, garbage.
I know.
Garbage.
But let's see here. I do also love the shared connection they have where they pull out the record player, the record that he saved, and like, Zeno's like, oh, fuck, to hear his voice again too must be crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like, you see, it's just it's so interesting. I also got to give a massive props to, in chapter 170, there's a panel that I fucking love. It's pages.
Zeno on the throne?
Yeah, I showed you. I don't even know if it's a throne necessarily. It's pages 15 to 14, 15, and it's just so detailed. It's 2 whole pages of just him sitting, and he's just like, "You're talking about the one on the moon, aren't you?" And it's just so good. His design's amazing. Everything about him's amazing. I will say though, let's not fucking skim over the fact that Zeno has a fucking baby face. Like, when he doesn't have that mark on his head, every time I see him in a flashback, he'd be looking like a baby. He baby. But yeah, I love him.
He could definitely smash me.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's got that young face. He cute.
He cute. He fuckable.
Let's see here. Oh, should we talk about the Ginryo's dude fucking like kind of galaxy braining to get on the boat of Stanley who's chasing them?
Yep. That was last chapter, right?
Yeah. Well, we never discussed that chapter.
Yeah. I know. So let me go back to that chapter. So yeah, that's the chapter I was talking about. It's actually decent. So the Stanley's really. I know it's been implied, but do you guys really think they're lovers, or do you think they're just like really good close friends? Because honestly, this man's going to hell and back.
I know. I would love that. I think that'd be a phenomenal twist.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think Senku would do the same thing. I feel like if Taiju got taken, he'd be like, "Oh well, he can handle himself.
Yeah,
let's go revive the world."
He's a musclehead. What am I gonna do?
Like, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, I don't think Senku. Like, I know Senku cares for his friends, I believe, but it's just like I honestly go this far. Like, take a few men just to chase them. Like, I honestly don't think. Because as you can see in the chapter, it looks like they dropped them off on land, some of them. And then, one for time to refuse. So yeah, did they take the whole crew? Because it looks like they're taking everyone, besides like maybe like a few people.
No, they definitely took. So I mean, I don't know what you're talking about because there's a whole fucking scene where they're walking away, Senku's people, and they're like holding them at gunpoint, and they're like, "I don't know why you're holding us at gunpoint. We have a peace treaty."
Yeah.
They're going back to the base, and Stanley's got like a group of people. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's been a minute. I do remember.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while. But anyway, yeah, like.
Oh, okay. So Genru. So they carried Matakaze.
Well, yeah, he is injured, but he like overplayed how bad it was. So they were like, "Please let him lay down on the boat bed or whatever. He can't walk to your base." Yada yada.
And just dead ass walks around, fucking does all the shit. It's beautiful.
Also, there is a
beautiful,
level of
beautiful.
wholesomeness with Ginro though, because Ginro, like you said, he could have just like stood there and like let the guy get shot or whatever, but he obviously it ended up not being a gun and it was like a lighter, which is funny. But he came out and he was like, no, don't shoot. Although see, it's hard to say because like, is that a good move or a bad move? Because like in one way he clearly doesn't want to see this guy die, but in another way he just straight up tells them like where they're going. So like I don't know, how do we feel about that?
Yeah. I'm kind of mixed there. Like, obviously it shows the compassion. He's not a total douche, but like, at the same time, like, you just outed everybody. Like, that puts the entire crew at risk, and it was a big dum-dum, to say the very least.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I
don't
was
think
kind of like, dude.
I don't think Senku would care.
No, I don't think Senku's mad. I'm mad.
Because honestly, they expect it. Like, they expect it.
Oh yeah, they definitely had expected, like, at least them to chase. They figured it would be found out at some point. Anyway.
Honestly, I'm not even mad at Ginru for doing that because honestly, that just shows like he wouldn't let him die just to let them know because like even Senku like. I know we've talked this before, but Senku's moral compass is so weird. Like, at one moment, he's like, I don't care if they die. Then the second one, he'd be like, I want you to stay alive, you know? Like, it's weird.
It's almost like a political level. Like, you're still useful to me.
Because it's just like, I really don't believe that he would be upset that Ginru solves him out because he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I did it to save Matakaze. I want to say his name.
It's whatever. I mean, generally speaking, the smarter you are, the more you end up trying to decide things with logic rather than feelings. And some people try to be super edgy and say like logic over feelings, but like I think you have to have a good balance because if you completely throw out feelings, then like, well, I guess we can just yeet fucking homeless people to the sky.
Logic over feeling. That's wild.
But like, I guess I will say I think the last thing I want to talk about here is I really appreciate like everything that went into them figuring out the exact coordinates of like where, like basically their estimation of where Ground Zero was, like where the initial blast all those years ago happened. Because it totally makes sense. Like, given that you have that perfect of memory, which I can believe these two do because they're on like some idiot savant level. Like those type of people that can like literally you can like say give them a fucking day like okay, January 17th 1975. I was like, oh, okay, well that day it was sunny, 73 degrees, you know, like that's a thing. There are people like that. So like I can believe that they remember where they stood, that they counted the trees, that they knew exactly the corner of the sky that it was coming from. He talks about like, oh, I saw it coming out of this building, and I of course I was counting because I'm always counting seconds in my head. It's the thing I'm doing, you know. So it's like it was exactly 53 seconds from when I saw it. So like they both have this information because they're both like crazy like that. So they're able to like and when you have 2 points, you can triangulate. So you can start you can. I just love it. It actually makes total sense.
Yeah, very interesting way of expanding on it too, because like
well, it's
the
so
good
cool
thing
because like they were both the fact that they were both they knew each other, but they're at like totally different ends of the earth. It's perfect because that's how you do triangulation. You know, you have someone standing in one area, someone standing completely far away, and then you okay, how did we see it? And then we can like kind of draw a line. Like if you were doing it on a chart, it would be like put a dot here, and then draw a line to like the third dot of the triangle. That's essentially what they're doing, and it just so happened that they were at very different, distant points of the earth, so they're able to actually do this.
Oh, absolutely, and holy shit, I'm just curious if they want to go down the route of like their memory is that fucking good.
I mean, I have no problem believing in that. Like these people are like super geniuses on comical level.
Yeah, they're like beyond the Bruce.
Senku
Bruce
literally
Wayne,
counted the fucking seconds for thousands of years in his comatose state. Like, I have no problem believing this.
Well, yeah, like I'm not saying I'd have a problem believing that they're like the beyond the Bruce Wayne, beyond the Tony Stark levels of galaxy brain, and I'd be okay with it. But I also would like to see them be like wrong for once, like
Sure
on a catastrophic scale, like the fact that they were wrong here.
Again, it's probably happened. I remind us in the comments if you can think of moments like that.
Yeah, so like I want to see something like that out of this. Maybe not this moment. Like once they get to space, maybe, and they have to confront the Y Man, like them be wrong, and it costs them part of their crew or something.
It would definitely be cool to have a moment going forward where they fuck up massively. Yeah, I agree.
So,
anyone got any more thoughts or final thoughts?
So, time for the rating, right? For these 2 chapters, out of 20, I'm definitely gonna give them a 19 out of 20
You got to add those points for Wholesome Chrome.
because definitely good ass shit, dog. Like great Chrome moments. I'm loving Zeno and Senku's dynamic. We have the chase going on. I'm curious to see how the chase for them will be going on. I'm also curious once they get to South America what we're gonna find there, because now that we know that Zeno's alive, like we know there's a lot of smart people in the world. So could there be a scientist in South America, maybe? Or
I don't know if I necessarily want that to become a theme where like every person has a nega scientist, you know.
It's possible. There's a lot of smart people.
I know,
in the world.
but like I think this is again we're proving why we're not writers here. I feel like that'd be very predictable.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Anyway,
I'd rather do something unique with whatever the threat ends up being there.
Because I'm really curious, like what the threat could be, because like we're going to still unknown territory. So like, could there be cavemen there? Could there be like where someone lucky enough, like Senku was lucky enough to be able to be under like something like that drops on you and then it eventually breaks?
I'd love to have a moment where it's like another person who like it'd be cool if there's a person over here that like genuinely thinks they're like the last person alive, like they're the only one, and they're like, yes, I have my little paradise, and then all of a sudden this squad rolls up, like, oh fuck.
Oh God, yes.
No.
Dude.
Anyone got final thoughts?
Yeah, that's it for me though. That's a piece.
Honestly, like I just continue to be in awe every time I read a fucking chapter of this series, and I genuinely want to see more out of everything right now. My brain is goop. I right now, so I'm going peace out.
Sounds to me like David wants. Oh, well, hold on. Where's the author's name? David sounds like he wants to suck a little bit of Inagaki dick right now.
Read. So, anyways, read ISO 21.
No, I'm not talking about the artist. That's Bochi. Inagaki's the story.
That's the same person, nigga. I said read. That's the same author.
Oh, really? Same duo?
No, not the same duo. The author, the artist for.
I'm not talking about the artist, bro. I'm talking about the author.
You said Ignoraki. That's the author.
Bruh.
You simply said sucking Ignaraki's
Are you
dick,
talking about
and you're
Bochi, or because Bochi is the artist?
No. Let's backtrack because Red put a stupid. It's fine. He's entitled
I'm looking
to
up
learn.
my shield right now.
He said David. Didn't Red not just said so? David wants to read. Wants to suck the Ignoraki dick, and I was just like, anyways, go read ISO 21, and you're like, oh no, that's Bochi.
No, I thought you were talking about the art. Did he not do the art for iShield?
No, Bochi doing the art for here.
The guy that's what I thought. I thought iShield. I didn't realize that it was the same author. I thought it was the same artist that was shared between iShield.
No,
okay.
It's same author, different artist.
I had no idea. I've thought that this whole time.
The artist for One Punch Man did the art for ISO 21.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
I forgot his name. Oh, it's
Yusuke Murata.
Yeah, Yusuke.
There you go. I brought it back.
Yeah. So Red salvaged that.
Somehow.
Ignoraki.
I didn't know he had written anything else. Yeah. David is officially down to fuck all moving creatures, so, you know.
No, not all moving creatures.
That's what... That is my canonical definition of pansexuality.
All humans that are of legal age.
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously, but like humans, come on. You know those fucking dog years go quick, bro.
And with that piece,
how many dog years until they're legal?
I'm not. Bye.
He's illegal. Peace. Peace.
Peace.